we've touched upon it slightly in other questions, but I just think it's really important to kind of go into more about the importance of storytelling when it comes to impact reporting.
So a story is really essential, especially from a funder's perspective. You can, a story goes a lot further than a stat. A story has the ability to persuade, it has the ability to lead and inspire people. And if you use a good story along with your kind of stats and evidence like that, it makes for a really kind of compelling application. So, you know, you can't underestimate the amount of influence a good story will have.
Yeah. You can actually picture and visualize the difference that it's really going to make. And people, I mean, everyone has different ways of taking in information, and there'll be the people that the stats really appeal to, and that's what they're looking for. But there'll be those other people that really need that kind of emotional connection with a project. What's the real life difference is going to be made because of this project? So I think it's brilliant to have that balance, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think, you know, understanding your audience when you're collecting data is super important for that reason, because, you know, funders will probably want a mixture of the two. If you're working in policy and trying to get kind of government contracts, you might want a lot more kind of statistical data. Yeah. But if you're looking for funding from people, you know, everyday people, they're inspired to give through the stories that the organisation tells. So yeah, understanding your audience is super important.
Definitely.
Well.
So this is a key question. I think people will be really interested to hear what your top tips are in terms of measuring / reporting on impact.
So I kind of said this earlier, but I think it's all in the planning, really. I think having a clear vision and mission is going to be really helpful. Identifiable and measurable outcomes, and have a range of reporting techniques. So if you are creating an impact report, then, you know, use charts, use statistics, use case studies, you know, just make it more compelling for somebody to want to read, and keep it simple. So I've come across some impact reports that can be absolutely full with information, and sometimes that can be quite off-putting to read, actually. It's great to know that they're obviously evidencing their impact, but sometimes, you know, if you want your impact report to have impact, people need to read it.
Yeah.
So try to keep it simple. And you don't need to use all of the information that you collect to address your impact. As long as you are showing the difference that you're making, then that's what you need to do.